Hey everybody, welcome to Stage Savvy Speakers. My name is April Young. I'm a communication expert and storytelling coach, and today I am here to talk to you about how to turn life's challenges into stories that heal and inspire. Now, if you're new here, welcome. And if you're not new here, welcome back. As you know, I coach individuals in using their own personal experiences to create engaging and impactful stories that will grow their business, grow their presence, and even help launch them into their next endeavors and the next version of who they want to be. Now, today's video, I want to chat with you about tapping into those challenges, those things that you've experienced that maybe weren't so great or that have left a lasting impression on you, and how you can turn those into stories that not only heal you, but inspire your audiences. So let's just get right to it, right? Every challenge that you face holds the seed of a story. Now, whether you're in the thick of heartbreak or maybe an identity crisis or rejection or just trying to figure out who you are and what is your path in this world, it's really hard to imagine how anything good can come from that. But I'm here to tell you that it can. I have seen over and over how the most powerful speakers and the most powerful stories are those who have dared to sit with their pain, to really face the challenges again that they've been through, and to shape them and then share them with an audience. Everything you experience becomes part of your story. The mundane moments, the big shifts, and everything in between. Some of those chapters you wish you could erase or maybe go back and rewrite in your life, all of it. It's all part of who you are. And when you learn to speak from those pieces of your past, when you own them and embrace them, especially those messy, complicated human parts, you all know what I'm talking about. You begin to build something very powerful, something that is full of connection and can really be a vehicle for healing and impact on anyone who hears it. Now, for women and minorities especially, those from marginalized and silenced communities, speaking out and sharing who we are is not just an empowering experience, it really is revolutionary. Your stories, they're not just yours. It's the stories of all those who are like you or who have experienced things that you've experienced and they just don't know how to connect. How many of you have ever gone through something and thought you were alone, or you felt so alone? You thought, oh, there's no way anybody could relate to me. It's okay to raise your hand here. Most of us have felt that way at one point or another. But the truth is, there's only so many things a human can experience. And while we all experience them in our own unique ways, most of us have experienced certain things that others have gone through. And that's where the magic lies in sharing our stories. Our stories are an invitation, a bridge to others, and a reminder that they're not alone. We're not alone. We're not broken, and we're not too much. But I want to be real with you for a second. Vulnerability, so scary. It is very scary to stand in front of people or even sit among people in a small group and share the parts of ourselves that feel unpolished, unresolved, maybe a little broken, maybe a little stained by life. It takes courage to do that. The truth is, we are conditioned to present that perfect, polished, pretty version of ourselves, especially in our professional spaces. But growth comes in the cracks. It comes in the discomfort. It comes in the moments when we say, this is what I went through. This is what I learned. And this is who I am now and who I'm becoming because of it. That kind of honesty, it doesn't just free you, it liberates your audience as well. It gives them permission to feel the parts of their story that make them human. As humans living in this comparison society, we carry shame around our struggles. We think that if we admit failure or doubt ourselves or lose our way in any way, it'll make us look weak. I'm here to tell you that that is what resilience is. And it isn't found in the fact that you've never fallen down or you've never failed. It's found in the way we get back up. Think about that for a minute. It's found in the way you recover and you keep going. Now, when you reframe your challenges as part of your becoming, they become your greatest asset. The job you lost, the relationship that fell apart, that cultural identity that you fought to embrace, those are not just pain points or painful moments. Those are powerful moments. Those are the anchors that make your message real and relatable to your audience. But it can be hard to reframe those challenges. So let me share with you a few ways that you can get started. If you have ever felt like you failed at something, instead of saying, I failed, say, I learned. Remember, there is no failure. As Marie Forleo said, you either win or you learn. And I love this because it's so true. Failure is not the end, it's just a stepping stone to success. Nobody gets it right the first time, 100% of the time. So instead of failing, you're learning. Next is instead of saying I broke or I am broken, say I'm rebuilding, I am changing, I am becoming or unbecoming. This shows progress and this allows you to feel in a space where you are given permission and the ability to put yourself back together because that's what life is all about. And instead of hiding those things that you might feel others will judge you for, find the space where you can be free to highlight those things. Now, whether that's a speaking stage or entering a program like one of mine, or maybe you go to open mic night, or you submit a poem to be published in a book, and maybe you submit it anonymously, whatever that may be, use that as an opportunity to highlight those things about you, your little hidden pieces, those things that make you you that maybe you're afraid to share, but might just be the key to unlocking what's next for you. Now, reframing your challenges allows you to meet your audience, or really even yourself, where they meet you, not in perfection, but in shared humanity. When you're brave enough to share your story, you create safe spaces for others to do the same. You invite them to do the same. And you go from being a person with just a microphone and words to say to someone with a message that makes people lean in and leaves them feeling like they have someone they can relate to. Now, going through, and speaking your story isn't just a one and done moment. It's a process, one that includes writing and editing and maybe a little crying and maybe a little punching the wall or maybe a lot of those things. There's a lot of emotion, practicing, messing up, saying half the words that you didn't plan to say and forgetting to say a bunch of the words you did plan to say. But that's okay. It's a process and it's a growing process. Every time you share, even just the tiniest little piece of your story, you grow stronger. You are expanding that which you thought you could never do. You become more connected to your experiences and to who you are. You find new language for old wounds and you find wisdom in old lessons. That's the healing work. That is how resilience is built, not in silence, but in your story. Too many of you try to muscle your way through this life and through your story alone, but resilience takes a community, and that community is part of your story. Find people who get it, who hold space for you without trying to fix you, who cheer you on as you continue to create that story, as you grab a mic, as you shake a little bit, and you open your mouth and you speak those words anyway. That might mean joining a coaching program like mine or working with someone like me to help you curate and create that story for the small stage, the big stage, a podcast or a book. It might mean showing up in a room where stories are welcomed and witnessed. That's why I built Stage Savvy Speakers, and I'm so glad you're here for it. I'm not just here to teach you strategies and how to be a better speaker, but to create space for your transformation, the space for your story to take shape and then to be shared in the way that it needs to be shared. Because the truth is, when speaking is not just about saying words at people, it's about becoming who we are meant to be out loud and inviting those people into that journey with us. When we own our stories, we do more than just speak them. We give permission to others to do the same. We create impact in rooms that weren't built with us in mind, but we are there anyway. When we shift energy, we make space for others to do that as well. And when that happens, storytelling becomes this powerful catalyst in creating the connections that we seek. Also, the connections that we require as human beings. I have an invitation for you to take your story off the shelf. Dust off the parts you thought were too messy or maybe too much. Write the words, speak the truth, and let yourself be seen and heard. Not for applause, but for alignment, authenticity, and maybe a little bit of healing. Are you ready? Are you ready to share your truth? I'm here for you to help you shape and share it with the world. If you're ready, click the link in the comments or visit my website at www.stagesavvyspeakers.com. Book a call with me today and let's see if working together is right for you. I can't wait to help you put your story on paper and out into the world so you can start connecting with the people that need to hear it. Until next time, have a great day. See you soon.